For this project, we're going to draw a picture of a book. Now, it's not going to look like this, but this is the model from which I drew mine, but it would be a much more kind of expressionistic, sketchy looking drawing. We just don't have time to do a realistic rendering for this project. It's a week-long project. You can either have an open book laying on a flat white piece of paper. Make sure the lighting is correct. You got to get a nice even light across it if you can, with the shadow, kind of a mild directional movement. In this case, the light's moving this direction. And the shadow's over here, of course, right? You can have the book open, or you can have it maybe a series of them stacked at a skewed angle. This book happens to be at a skewed angle. Note that the front edge of the book is not parallel to the bottom of the image or the drawing. So that's a skewed angle. So this will be a 2-point scheme, right? Now we can't see the vanishing point because if we follow these back, they would converge way off the sheet of paper, right? Way up there somewhere. But what we can do is approximate the angles. When you lay your marks down, is this a 45-degree angle in relation to the edge of the paper? 30-degree angle? You got to kind of guesstimate that stuff. What angle is this at? Talked about that being at a skewed angle, right? So angle approximation is very important here. Didn't have to deal much with that with the previous drawing, which was the cup. The other thing we need to deal with is the foreshortened nature of this. So remember that the overall dimension has a relationship to the overall height or depth, however you want to put it, has a relationship to the overall width of the thing. And in this case, it looks like the height is certainly shorter, or the depth in this case is certainly shorter than the width, right? So what your job would be to figure out how many heights fit in the width and make your drawing fit that proportion. This looks to be 1, 2.5 maybe. Okay, so as you're developing your drawing, just double check the drawing and make sure the height fits 2.5 across in this scenario. That's my scenario. Your scenario may not be the same. Whatever you get, you got to act that out on your drawing. And then you have these small things, right? How many of those would fit into, the height of this, for instance? Right? You use your pencil and your visual measurement. Make sure you don't tip the pencil away from you. What is the relationship of the width of the page? Measure that relative to that. Right? They look similar. The one on the left looks a little wider, So you get both of those activities going on here in this drawing, structurally speaking, which is the visual measurement and angle approximation. And then you have the value, start to create different value schemes, create relative value in a drawing to, kind of ramp up the realistic look of the thing. But we'll deal with that in the next section here. So, okay. So it's basically a lesson in how to draw a simple object, although not so simple, on a skewed plane, right? On a plane that is moving away from you. Keeping in mind all the various angles that are there, and the foreshortening that's going on as well, the length to width issues. Okay, so we'll move on to the next part of the drawing.